It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Mexico City Diablos.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with their opponents. McPherson has this one teed up, and this one is underway here on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive lineman in. Because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hampton. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Ray certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly had a good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Stays on his feet, and they'll bring him down right around the 13.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On 1st down, it's Fields. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A shotgun snap, Fields. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Hampton. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
third down. Here's Taylor. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Calling the gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's got some space here. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
They'll look to throw now on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Diablos have taken the early lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to... nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, here's Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Gardner. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He finds his man complete. That's Hampton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Fields throwing again. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
To the right side, this is Taylor. Taylor's got the first down and more. And he's out right at the 25. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Escaping the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Going to give this time to the tailback.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
A tackle made there by Caden Stearns.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
That's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Diablos go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
McPherson on for the point after.
And it's good to make it 14-0. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop.
And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
On 1st down, Fields
finds his tight end Ingram. That catch good for only a couple.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
to the air again, Fields. He will find his man Chase complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields completes it to Evan Ingram. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 1 from the 2. Fields now to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Evan Ingram as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll throw now on the final play. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. So we have, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Running left, Taylor. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Phillips. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. What I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, Defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right?
On third down, Taylor.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
78 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They'll roll him out right.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. To throw.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Now Fields.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 3rd down, it's Taylor, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is caught, Jennings. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On 1st down, Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now back to throw.
And this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 33.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the 1st down yardage there.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll try to run this one in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Diablos have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Now a throw here to his running back. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
To throw is Fields.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Gardner. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he's got this down to the 35.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shot.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
With his 12th touchdown on the ground, his 15th overall. And the Diablos are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
2nd and 7. Fields.
And they're not able to hook look up there, incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They snap it to Fields. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Throwing again is Fields.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10. Fields again.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's Fields. Open man is Chase, complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is an
nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He finds his man, complete. That's Gardner. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Uncorks one for Davis. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Second down and goal. Fields.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Schultz.
And he will be out of bounds, well shy of the marker. So that's a turnover on downs. Great job defensively.
So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now they try the right side here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for our visitors,
they get that important 10th win to finish the regular season at 10-7.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Arizona,
they'll finish a less-than-stellar campaign with a mark of 6-11.
And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.